Welcome to today's episode of Inside Auto ID. My name is Ged Cairns, and today I'm joined by Phil Jarrett of Dakota Integrated Solutions, who are specialists in voice-guided workflow. Welcome, Phil. Great to have you here.
Thanks, Ged, and thank you for inviting me along.
We're going to go straight into it, Phil. What is voice-guided workflow?
In its rawest terms, voice-guided workflow enables individuals within perhaps supply chain, distribution centres, warehouses, and the like, to be guided around that particular operation with the use of voice commands. Those voice commands are driven from a central server that has actually got the DC or the warehouse mapped, and it will tell the individuals where to go, what to do, and how to do it during the course of that process. That is the rawest sense of a voice-directed workflow.
And essentially, from a technology perspective, how does voice solutions replace traditional mobile PDA technology?
So that's an interesting question, to be honest, Ged. And we can actually drive both solutions running in parallel. But in the terms of a pure voice implementation, what you'd actually get is a device that has no screen. It's belt worn. And the individuals will wear a headset, and basically that solution enables the check and balance from the server sending a command to the individual, and the individual checking back every step throughout that whole process. The replacement of a screen enables the efficiency gain, and that's where the interaction comes into play, whereby you may have a traditional scanning type application, whereby in a warehouse, you'd see a warehouse individual scan a location, input data onto a screen, pick a product, input more data onto the screen, and then move on to the next task. With voice, we omit the use of a screen, and all of that is done by the use of voice.
From an implementation perspective, what are the key differences between a traditional PDA installation and a voice installation?
So with a voice installation, there's a lot of nuances that come with that particular type of technology and that particular implementation. So for example, our consultants and our specialists within that particular field would actually remap a warehouse. They would really drill down on the actual workflows and the processes to best accommodate the use of voice. So we're not just going to replace one technology with the other. We're actually going to reconfigure the whole workflow and the whole process. So it goes a lot deeper, because ultimately what we're trying to do is drive those efficiencies. We want to increase the productivity by 25% minimum. We want accuracy levels to 99.99%. And by doing what we do underneath the bonnet enables those wins and benefits to actually come to the fruition.
From a supply chain perspective and actually working within a warehouse, what are the surprising quick wins that can be achieved with voice picking?
The quick wins, ultimately, the system pays for itself within roughly around 12 months. And the reasons and how that is manifested is basically, when you think that we've got an increase in productivity by 25% as a minimum gain, well, that enables, for example, if you've got a team of 100 individuals currently, and then replace that technology that they're currently using with voice, what we're actually getting now is an output of 125 individuals. So therefore, the company can get that output a far greater. And obviously that then drives business efficiencies, but also business gains with the output that it can produce with its current workforce. And that's how this particular system will actually pay for itself.
From what you're saying there, Phil, it's not just supply chain and warehousing that can benefit from this technology. What else can benefit from voice as a technology?
That's a really good question, Ged. And we as a business have really sort of taken the mantle now, and we're pushing voice into other areas of use and other fields. For example, we're working in aviation, in rail, in truck and fleet, and in pharmaceutical and manufacturing, whereby we're actually enabling technicians to go through inspection processes with the use of voice. And so instead of filling in a typical, sheet where they're actually going through an inspection process, our system standardizes the actual workflow, it actually takes the most optimum inspection sequence and talks the technicians through a particular process.